This video is a review of Nomura Holdings' financial results for the first quarter of fiscal year 2026, covering the period from April to June 2025. Nomura Holdings is a leading financial services group and investment bank headquartered in Tokyo, Japan. Founded in 1925, it is one of Japan's oldest and largest financial institutions. Executive summary. First quarter net revenue was 523.3 billion yen, which represents a 16% increase from the previous quarter, but 5% decrease from the same period last year. Net income was 104.6 billion yen, up 45% compared with last quarter and 51% increase compared to first quarter last year. Despite the uncertain market conditions caused by reciprocal tariffs between the U.S. and rising geopolitical risks, all four divisions, including the newly established banking division, achieved growth in both revenues and profits compared with last quarter. The sale of fixed assets by Nomura Properties, which was announced in the previous quarter, added around 56 billion yen to income before income taxes in the first quarter. Income increased compared with both the previous quarter and the same period last year, but partly due to significant one-time gain from asset sales this quarter. Nomura Holdings operates through four main business segments. Wealth Management segment provides advisory and asset management for individuals and businesses. Investment Management segment handles assets for institutional and retail clients through funds, alternatives, and private equity. Wholesale segment covers trading, M&A advisory, and capital raising. Banking segment offers lending, deposits, and investment services for corporate and retail clients. In the first quarter, overall revenue increased. Compared with the same period last year, income declined in all segments except wholesale, but subtotal income still rose 18% thanks to wholesale segment. Wealth Management. First quarter net revenue rose 6% compared to previous quarter, but fell 4% year-on-year, while income increased 8% quarter-on-quarter, yet declined 6% year-on-year. Despite a sharp April market decline, client-focused consulting boosted bond sales and stock transactions. The New Japan Stock Investment Fund drove recurring revenue inflows for the 13th consecutive quarter, while the four-quarter recurring revenue cost coverage ratio reached 69%. Investment Management. Net revenue increased both quarter-on-quarter and year-on-year, while income rose 39% quarter-on-quarter but declined 7% year-on-year. Investment gains improved, driven by American Century Investments and Nomura Capital Partners, while business revenue declined due to weaker results at Nomura Babcock & Brown and lower performance fees, with asset management fees remaining stable. Wholesale. Net revenue increased both quarter-on-quarter and year-on-year, while income rose 12% quarter-on-quarter and a significant 98% year-on-year. Global markets revenue grew, while investment banking declined from a strong prior quarter, but still posted its highest first quarter results since 2017. Wholesale segment performed better than the other segments. Banking. Banking segment, newly established in April, saw net revenue rise both quarter-on-quarter and year-on-year, but income declined year-on-year. Key indicators remain strong, supported by stable lending and trust services. System upgrades and preparations for sweep accounts are underway, reflecting a focus on future growth. Stock price. This chart over the past year shows the stock price in Japanese yen at 1,060 as of August 29th. This chart shows the stock price in US dollars at 7.19 as of August 29th. Nomura's stock price has been rising just like other Japanese companies. Current PBR is 0.89 and PER is 9.19. Dividend yield is 5.38%. Since EPS and dividends forecast have not been disclosed for this fiscal year, the figures for PER and dividend yield are calculated based on last year's EPS and dividend. Compared with the past few years, the stock looks slightly expensive in terms of PBR, but the PER and dividend yield suggest it is relatively cheap, as EPS and dividend payouts have increased significantly. Conclusion. The first quarter saw higher revenue and income compared with the previous quarter. Wholesale was the strongest performer, while Wealth Management and Investment Management delivered mixed results. For the first quarter, performance was okay, and looking ahead, Nomura is positioning for sustainable growth through stable fee-based income and continued investment in its banking operations.